Good evening, everyone. We are the student of Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, from the MTech VLSI department. Me and my teammates are going to present our project component in the subject of VLSI verification methodologies. Our name of the topic is verification of memory of 1028 bytes using system Verilog test bench architecture. And my teammates are Kushal and Akash. Our guide is Shaktivel sir. Our objective of the work is to verify the memory design using system Verilog, understanding the testbed architecture of system Verilog memory, and to verify the design using multiple test cases. This is our memory model for which we are writing the system Verilog test bench architecture. With different signals are there, like write enable, read enable, clock and reset signal is there, read data as the output signal is there, address and the data where we are going to write, it acts as an input signal here. As I told, these are the different signal definitions which we are going to use in our memory model, like clock, reset, address, write enable, read enable, write data, read data, and these are the directions of the signals and description as like clock signal, reset signal, address signal, on which we are going to specify the address, and on that address we are specifying the writing signal is there. If we are enabling the signal write signal, then we can able to write the data which is indicating the write operation. If we are enabling the read signal, then we can read the data which indicates the read operation. And W data and R data are the signals for write data and read data specifically. These are the operations which are going to perform in memory, like a write operation, read operation, address and write enable and read enable should be driven at the same clock cycle to perform the write operation and read operation. And design features means the memory model is capable of storing 32 bits of data as per the given address location. And after we are doing the reset, the address in the memory location should be which has written in this. For our project component, this is the verification plan which we are doing for memory architecture, like read and write of at a particular memory location, performing write operation to particular memory location, and read the same memory location, so that at the time read data and write data should be the same. Read and write the data to all memory locations. As I told, at the default, when we give the reset signal, then memory should at the memory reset value should be there present, and reset in the middle of write and read operation will check as the default value as specified in this. This is our testbed architecture for memory design using system Verilog, which contains the different components like test bench, scoreboard, agent, transaction model, generator, driver and monitor model, interface and DUT. After this, we will go to EDA playground so that different components with the code can be explained properly.
So let me explain like first what is the purpose of the test bench. So a test bench, it allows us to verify the functionality of a design through a simulations. It is a container where the design is placed and driven with different input stimulus. So first of all, it generates different types of input stimulus, drive the design inputs with generated stimulus, and it will allow the design to process input and provide an output. So the main components of the test bench are like generator. So it is going to be helpful for generate the different input stimulus to be driven to the DUT. And next we will be having the interface. It contains a design signals that can be driven or monitored. And next is driver. So the driver is a verification component that does the pin wiggling of the DUT through a task defined in the interface. So when the driver has to drive some input values to the design, it simply has to be called with a predefined task. in the interface without actually knowing the timing relationship between these signals. And interface, if the design contained hundreds of port signals, then it would be very difficult to connect and maintain and reuse those signals. So instead of that, we can place all these design input output ports into the container, which becomes an interface to the DUT, and the design can then be driven with the values through this interface. And how does this driver know what to drive? So the generator is a verification component that can create valid data transaction and send them to the driver. The driver can then simply drive the data provided to it by the generator through the interface. And why is the monitor required? So until now, like how the data is driven to the DUT was discussed, but that's only halfway through. So because our primary aim is to verify the design, so the DUT process the input data and sends the result to the output pins. The monitor picks up the processed data and converts it into the data object and send it to the scoreboard. So next, like how it is explained, it will be done through the EDA playground.
Okay, now we will see what monitor will work. Monitor will samples the interface signal and converts the transaction converts the interface signal into the transaction level. It will send these sample transactions to the scoreboard via mailbox. Now here in the monitor, we are declaring the mod port as a tick define, and then we are declaring the mailbox and virtual interface, and we are creating the constructor for the same. In the main task, we are sampling the logic and sending these sample transaction to the scoreboard. In the scoreboard section, we'll receive the sample data from the monitor, and it will check whether the DUT is driving properly or not. If the transaction type is read, then it will compare the read data with the local memory data. If the transaction type is write, then local data is written into the memory. Like here in the scoreboard, we are declaring the mailbox and as well as a variable to keep the count of the number of transactions and we are creating the constructor for mailbox. In the main task, we are checking whether read data is enabled or not. If the read data is enabled, then it is checking whether the local data which is the local data is same as the data which is read from the DUT. If both are same, then it will print the message like the test bench is passed, and it will print the values of the local data as well as the data which is present. If the data is not same, then it will print the failed error message. If the write enable is high, then the data which is there in the transaction, it will be written into the memory. After this, the environment class will combine all these subclasses, such as mailbox, generator, driver, monitor, and the scoreboard. Here we are declaring the variables for one second. Yeah, in the environment, we are declaring the variables for generator, driver, monitor, and the scoreboard. And we are also having the two mailboxes. One is between the generator and the driver, and the other is between the monitor and the scoreboard. And in the main function, we are having three different subtasks like pre-test, test, and the post-test. In the pre-test, we are resetting the memory and we are checking the value which is present in the memory. And in the test task, we are running the main task of the generator, driver, monitor, and the scoreboard. And in the post-test, we are checking the event is ended for the generator, and also we are checking the number of transactions which is there in driver and scoreboard, which is same as the repeat count value. And finally, we are having the main run task in the environment which contains these subtasks that has a pre-test, test, and the post-test. And we are having the main test module. In the test module, we are creating the environment and we are configuring the test bench, like the number of transactions which we want to generate. And we are also initiating the stimulus for driving the data, that is environment.run. And then the main test bench contains the definition of clock, reset, and also the instantiation for DUT and test bench. We will run the test bench and then we will see the output. Yeah. As you can see, when the write enable is high, the return data is DC1C underscore 6B6B. And once the read enable is high, the same data which we return into the memory is reading from the memory, and this process continues. And we can verify this in the command prompt also. As you can see, here it is displaying the message like the test bench which we entered is passed, and it is displaying the expected value as well as the actual value which is present. Now, Omkar will conclude our project.
As per we saw the simulation on ED playground, if your write signal is high, we can write the data at the specific address location. The depth of 1025 is designed and verified successfully, and some coding bugs were there that are defined during the verification. Verified various test cases using write and read operations to particular memory locations, and adds the reset signal default memory value is as specified, and multiple test cases are driver from the test bench to determine the robustness of the design. Thank you all. Thank you all for listening us.
Thank you all.